Hello everyone, welcome to Dental Shots. I'm Dr. Mona Priya, and this video is about A to Z about Oman Prometric examination. A to Z means like what is Prometric examination of Oman for dental candidates and who can apply, what's the cost and how to apply, how to prepare, what are the books to refer, what is the weightage of each subjects in the question, what is the pass criteria, how to apply, and what are the test centers, how to schedule it, and A to Z about prometric examination. Before going into the topic, if this is the first time you are visiting our channel Dental Shots, kindly subscribe to our channels and click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to click the bell button because you need a timely notification for the further new videos. Let's go into the topic. So the first one is, what is the purpose of OMSB, that is Oman Medical Specialty Board exam. So it has been there for all the field of healthcare, but I'm just confining this video to dentistry and both for the general dentist and specialist. So why we have to write this is that if you want to practice in Oman, we have to get a license. For that we have to write this examination. Either you work in any clinical setup or any institution, you have to have this licensing by writing this examination. And what are the exam? Next question is, what are the exams and specialties included in the Oman Prometric examination? General dentistry has been included, and two specialties have been specifically specified in the website, that is endodontics and orthodontics. But rest of the specialties have not been included in the website. But if you want know that your specialty, for example, if you are a periodontist like me, you have to apply, then you have to email to them. I will just apply, tell the email address also for you, so that you can email them and ask why not my specialty, when, how should I write and everything, because they have only specified about general dentistry and orthodontics and endodontics. And if you are belonging to any other specialty apart from endo and ortho, you can email them and ask about how you can apply for your own specialty. Then what if my exam and specialty is not included? That's what I said, you can call or email them. I will just attach that phone number and as well as the email ID. So how to register for the examination? That's the next question. So first one, they have given you the process of registration. First you have to go to the Prometric website and you have to schedule the test, okay, by various steps which have been specified. That is, you have to first select scheduling date with the country of selection where you are going to write the examination, and also you have to select the specific date and time, and appointment has to be done, a test center has to be chosen, and time and date, select the month as well as a date and time has to be selected, and payment has to be done via Visa card or MasterCard or American Express, and appointment verification will be done to you, and appointment will be completed at the end of registration. Once you have successfully registered, you will get an email from Prometric that confirmation letter will be given to you, okay. So next is next main question is, how much does the cost of the examination, how much you should pay? It is nearly $175 for technicians, but for the physicians and other healthcare professionals it's about $195. So for dentists it will be mostly $195. And what is the eligibility ID you should have? All the candidates can schedule for this examination without even using any eligibility ID. Only this, that when you are applying in the registration process in the online, you should not give that should be kept blank. That is, eligibility ID is not required. That is the thing you have to specifically do when you are doing a registration. And coming to the exam contents, so I'll just categorize this exam contents into a general dentistry, orthodontics and endodontics, and other specialty you have to call and ask them. first I will just restrict to general dentist, what are the exam contents. Okay. Totally I am just going to say the content as well as the relative percentage of each subject weightage. Okay. So basic sciences, very small amount of percentage has been categorized, that is about 6% of the total questions. It is about 6% of the total questions will be asked from the basic science, and most of them are from the uh, clinical dentistry, that is operative and preventive dentistry 16%, endodontics 14%, periodontics 10%, oral and maxillofacial surgery 10%, pediatric dentistry 14%, prosthodontics 14%, diagnostic science 9%, others 7%. So totally 100% is categorized in this way. They have also said you which book. So the recommended reference book for each subject is starting with orthodontics, Introduction to Orthodontics by Laura Mitchell. That is the first book they have suggested, and the second book for orthodontics is Contemporary Orthodontics 4th edition by William R. Prophet. And for the restorative dentistry, they have suggested Philip textbook of operative dentistry, and second book for restorative is Fundamental of Operative Dentistry, a Contemporary Approach by Summit James Robbins, and Student Arts and Science of Operative Dentistry is the third book. Coming to prosthodontics, for the removable prosthodontics, they have Hartwell Complete Denture 5th edition and Boucher prosthodontic treatment for edentulous patients, and contemporary fixed prosthodontics Rosenstiel, and fundamental of fixed prosthodontics by Schillingberg. So this is for removable and fixed in prosthodontics. The books they have suggested in periodontics, Carranza Clinical Pedontology by Michael Newman, and other book is Clinical Pedontology and Implant Dentistry. For dental materials, they have suggested Phillips Science of Dental Materials, Restorative Dental Materials by Craig, and Notes on Dental Materials by Combe, Applied Dental Materials by McCabe John Walls. Okay. Then for pediodontics, they have suggested the Pediatric Dentistry Infancy through Adolescence by Pinkham, Dentistry for Child and Adolescent by McDonald, Fundamentals of Pediatric Dentistry by Matthew Sun. And for endodontics, they have suggested Ingalls Endodontics 6th edition, then Pathway of Dental Pulp 10th edition by Cohen and Burns. For oral medicine and oral pathology, Burkitt's Oral Medicine by Lynch and Brightman, and oral pathology they have suggested Schaefer's. Then for oral surgery, Peterson Principle of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery by Peterson, Local Anesthesia and Dentistry, and Dental Management of Compromised Patients by James W. Little and Donald A. Felice. So whatever references I have told so far, it's for the dental dentists who are applying for the Oman Prometric exam. But if you are an endodontist, they have given you certain topics, and what is the percentage of each topic, and how much percentage of question will be asked from each topic they have given you. For endodontist, if you are writing in a specialty mode, then the reference is Pathway of Pulp 9th edition by Cohen. Then they have given you the specialty endodontics they have categorized as 5 topics: diagnosis 25% of question, and preparation for treatment 10%, endotherapy 25%, endo management 25%, endo failures 15%. So this is the total. Then in diagnosis, again they have subcategorized as a treatment plan, examination, case selection 3%, materials and instruments 4%, clinical classification and prognosis 3%, dental pain and emergency 10%, histology and microbiology of dental pulp 5%. Coming to the next category, that is preparation of treatment, they have subcategorized as infection control 4%, local anesthesia and endo and analgesics 3%, radiographic interpretation 3%. And in endotherapy, it is they have subcategorized as tooth morphology and access cavity preparation 5%, instrument material and devices 8%, cleaning and shaping of the root canal system 7%, obturation 5%. In endo management, they have subcategorized as vital pulse therapy 5%, non-vital therapy 2%, trauma and root resorption 8%, endoperioral lesion 6%, restoration of endo-treated teeth and bleaching 4%. In endo failures, they have subcategorized as non-surgical retreatment 3%, surgical 2%, mishaps 10%. So, totally 100% of the questions they have categorized like this for endodontists who are writing for the examination. Next, then if you are an orthodontist who wants to practice in Oman, they have given you the passing score of 55%, and the question will be asked from certain topics and their percentage of weightage in the question paper. That is 70 MCQs will be asked, and passing criteria is 15% for orthodontist, and the topics to be covered in the question paper for an orthodontist is: first one, orthodontic concept and related basic science 11%, orthodontic problems and diagnosis 29%, orthodontic treatment plan and treatment mechanics 36%, orthodontic material and appliances 14%, retention, stability, undesirable treatment defects, medically compromised patients and interdisciplinary treatment 10%, totally 100%. And the reference of books they have suggested is Prophet Contemporary Orthodontics, and the second book is McNamara Orthodontics and Dentofacial Orthopedics. Okay. So far we have seen the contents of the question paper for general dentist and orthodontist and endodontist, and when coming to the registration, mostly it will be done in online, but if you find anything difficulty in online registration, you can go to the regional registration center. The regional registration center will be given to you when you call and ask for it. I will attach this link also, whom you should call and what if you have any queries. Then how far in advance do I need to register the examination? So the nearest available date will be shown to you in the website. For example, if the exam is in this week has been started, it will be mostly in the next week. Okay. And how many times I allowed to take the test? Maximum of 3 times you can take it annually. For example, in 2020, if you are writing for the first time now, you can write it for 3 times in 2020. If you have not excelled in 2020, then you have to wait for the 4th time in the next year. That is 3 times annually is allowed. Then is there any possibility to reschedule my examination? Yes, it can be done, but they will charge you $40 for rescheduling, but it has to be done 5 days prior to the prior to your examination. That should be a working day. Okay. Then is it possible to cancel my examination? That is also possible, but again 5 days, 5 full calendar days has to be before your examination you can cancel. If I cannot take the date I want, what can I do? So for example, you want on for one specific date, it's not available in the website, then you can call the regional center and why is there any possibility for me to write on that particular date? Okay. Then what is the, do I need any eligibility ID in order to schedule my examination? It is not required, but make sure that you tick no in the registration form. That is, eligibility information section will be there when you register. So kindly click no when you are asked for a eligibility ID. Okay. If you said yes only, they will ask for eligibility ID, otherwise no. Okay. What is the identification that must bring in the test center? Examination, you should bring a valid passport. In the passport, it should be signature should be very well seen. In some countries' passport, the signature will not be there. In that case, you need to have one more ID which holds your signature on it. Okay. Next question is where can I put my belongings when you are doing an examination? They will give you lockers inside the test center, so that keep your all your belongings. And then you are not allowed to take any medication inside the hall. Maybe you can have it outside if you want, and you can go out and have a medication, but you shouldn't take the medication inside the examination hall. Do I have a schedule break? There is no schedule break in this examination. if I don't have a break, I go out, what will happen to my exam time? The time that go out for the break will be counted from your exam date in time, but it doesn't mean that you cannot take a break. You can take a break, but it's up to you. The time will be running, it's up to you to take a break or not. Okay. So if you are not good at computers, they will be giving you a tutorial before the exam if you insist, because some people are not good at computer operations, so that if you are not good at it, you can have a tutorial prior to the examination. And do I get a certificate from the center after my test? The center will give you a score report. Okay, you should keep it very safely. If you lost, they will not give you again. Only one single score report will be given to you right after your examination. But if you want a certification letter, you can apply and then get it. Okay, that should be done. If you want a certification letter, 1 month before, not more than 1 month you have to wait. Before 1 month you have to get it, otherwise they will not get it. Okay. Then if I am not happy with the result, can I retake? Yes, you can retake the examination. As I said earlier, annually 3 times is allowed. Do I have to present and upload my credentials before registering Oman Prometric examination? Registering is open for all candidates. Doesn't need any uploading of documents, your certificates. No uploading is necessary. Is there any fee of eligibility? So there is an additional fee. There is no additional fee requested to be eligible for the examination. As I said, it's $195 is the only fee which has been collected for the Oman Prometric examination. I hope this video would have given you a certain idea about Oman Prometric examination. If you need any other queries, kindly comment below, and if you like the video, kindly like it and subscribe to our channel. And the reason behind posting this video is one of a viewer called Dr. Ali has requested this video, so I am just uploading it. Like that, if you need any specific topic also, you can send me through the comments so that I can upload it for you. Okay, have a great day. God bless you all. Don't forget to subscribe.